AoE2 best of one. Oh, yeah, yeah. So there's no picks, right? So it just goes until there's one left. Arena, Black Forest, Amazon Tunnel, Arabia, Nomad, Mongolia for Wiggle the Wise. Ultimately, they end up on Yucatan. Squeekyg really does not want to play a closed map here. Okay. And Wiggle the Wise going for, I don't know. Either way, they end up on Yucatan here. My money is on Wiggle. All right, Arduous. This one could go either way, chat. Yeah, I mean, it's a single game, so there's no like stabilizing and bringing it back for a reverse sweep or anything like that. But, all right. Hit play. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again with the Winter Bash. Wiggle the Wise here in orange playing as the Slavs. Squeekyg on the other side in green playing as his signature Lithuanians. This is a best of one B-League match. Whoever wins this will have the ability to challenge upward to the A-League if they so choose. They'll also gain points based on if they were the challenger or the defender. And we're here on Yucatan after the map draft phase, map ban phase. Yucatan, a huge amount of resources just in general. Food, so much food scattered around the map. Berries, boars. There's extra 2 boars a little more further way away, I think, generally. Yeah, here's one. There they are. There's Squeaky's 2 extra boars. Wiggle's 2 extra boars. And just so many more turkeys. We got turkeys again. It's Thanksgiving. Of course we're going to have turkeys. Like, come on. Look at those guys. Green turkeys, though? Green? I think orange turkeys are probably more of the vibe, right? We got some dead turkeys. What I want to see is a player that pardons a turkey. Can we get any turkey pardoners out here? We'll see if any of these fellas survive until the end of the game. If they do, we'll have to give them a special name. Squeaky going for that boar. Standard timing on that. He's not gonna. We can look away. There's no tension here. He's not gonna lose a bill to the boar. Come on. This is Squeakyg we're talking about. One caveat I would say though is that this was played before the Squeakyg Squeakyg and Silly Seth match. So any results here would not affect any player's ability after, you know, it's the timing is a little weird, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, chat. Don't think about it. We'll talk about it more after when it's not spoilery for me to say anything. More turkeys being collected. As far as this map goes, Yucatan, the last time we saw it, rivers did not really play a huge part. This time, though, there are some serious choke points on the rivers specifically. Could be like even a half map wall off here. Really interesting stuff. Another house dropped down for Squeakyg. Alright. So we're here, we're in the early stages of the game. We got a mill in an interesting spot there for Wiggle the Wise here. I'm wondering if he has like a large berries mod going on. Maybe it looks like it's closer than that. Oh, no. I shouldn't be clowning on him, okay? He's doing this for the farms, ladies and gentlemen, okay. There's plenty more room for farms when the mill is that in that position, so. Our guy knows what he's doing. He's doing things for a reason. We gotta respect that. Look at all of these green turkey. Give some of these to Wiggle the Wise. Come on. They don't even look good in green. Whoa, sorry. Sorry for that. Nice house here. Possibly we're going for like a wall or like a mill wall here as well. I don't know. I'm overanalyzing. Mining camp for Squeakyg. A couple houses in the back line as well. This is a little tricky because of the hill and the shoreline. It looks like that will block it, but there's actually going to be, there's no way for a house to be blocking this. You can't build a house on the shoreline, so he's gonna have to drop a palisade wall or just leave it open. Only walls can you build on the shoreline, so he'll probably figure that one out. There are some turkeys still left unclaimed over here, so we might have some survivors. You never know. as far as Civ strategies go, civilizations. Iron Chef, welcome in. Good to have you here. What is that emote? Okay. Hey, I like that one. That's a good looking emote. A little bear with a little hat on. It's like the way to announce yourself. You've made it. That's awesome. Lithuanians, obviously, I guess. I don't know if I should say obviously. A lot of people don't know everything about the game. Cavalry civilization. They thrive on their castle-produced unique unit, which is the Latus, which is kind of a light, mixed light, kind of medium cavalry unit. You can mass them up fairly easily if you get enough castles down. And they get bonus attack for, I guess their knights also get bonus attack for the relics that you collect. So it's +1 attack for each relic up to 4. So we should see Squeekyg beeline those relics if he has the time. Must have the little boxing villager mod here. What elo are you casting? So it's kind of a unique situation we have going on here. This is actually part of like a somewhat casual, all players welcome like annual tournament with like the community. I guess I said earlier. I like how I said it earlier. With the community that we found along the way. Some were friends from college. Some just branched out from there. But a lot of players in the tournament are not actually ranked or don't really play regularly on the ladder. This is the B League of the tournament. It goes S League, A League, B League. So I guess the placement for new players would be like, I think it's something like 1,000 and up is S League, which should give you some idea of the skill level we're working with here. This is like 700 elo probably if I had to make an estimate. There is more information if you do ! tourney. I think you get the tournament, like, what is it called? The like rules sheet. But Wiggle going for some walls that are actually just going to keep this little deer in here. It's going to be safe for the rest of the game. We're just chilling. So I guess you could call this a low elo legend cast if you wanted to. But we're having a good time, you know? Horse collar coming in for Squeekyg, one of the few players who does actually play regularly on the ranked ladder. Mostly team games, I play a lot with them. So he's showing a lot of promise. A lot more time in game leads to more experience, more informed decisions. WiggleTheWise is not too much out of the loop, but Squeeky definitely looking to be a contender for A-League. He almost won the match earlier. I guess that's spoilers, chat. If you're on YouTube, apologies. I won't say which one. But these players looking to wall themselves in. Squeeky gonna have some holes on these shorelines, though. Back here, I don't think he ever built a palisade, and next to this house. Also, it looks like up here on the right side as well. Gonna be some ways through if Wiggle ever decides to go for anything crazy. Squeekyg has hit Castle Age, or Feudal Age, apologies. WiggleTheWise, 30 seconds away. The Slavs, we've mentioned the Lithuanians with their cavalry play with the focus on the relics. They also have really strong skirmishers, which move 10% faster, as well as their spearmen moving 10% faster. And they get tower shields, which will, it's a unique tech in the castle, which will let them, it gives them like +1 range armor, I think, to their skirmishers. Maybe their spearmen too, chat, not too sure about that one. I haven't played too many Lithuanians games myself. But on the other side, the Slavs, infantry civ, if I'm not mistaken. We'll have to keep an eye on what WiggleTheWise decides to do with these. Not played as often, Slavs. So Squeaky might not even know what to expect from them. Is there a hole here, chat? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure Wiggle is pretty much walled in. And it looks like he has actually decided not to finish that. He probably realized, wait a minute, there's no way they're through there. Squeaky managed to get his scout in, though. And also, so these players might not have every aspect of the game like totally figured out, right? So the inevitable farm switch is going to be, well, never mind. You know what? I might not have every aspect of the game figured out. We got 2 sets of berries here, so plenty of food. Wiggle just beelining for this scout cab, dude. He doesn't want him in here. He doesn't want Squeaky to know anything. It's a lot of villager idle time for that scout, but it could be worth. Wiggle with 1,300 wood in the bank right now. He's gonna have no trouble dropping farms whenever he needs to. Places that market, goes for the blacksmith as well. It's gonna be, I would say fast castle, but he's definitely nowhere near enough food. One issue with the berries is that they gather a lot more slowly as that scout gets surrounded. Oh, not quite. Squeaky on the ball. He's out of here. Keep that guy alive. Keep that information coming. Actually, he's making more scouts. Let's look back at Squeaky G's base. There's so much going on right now. Has the scout rush build going on, looks like. With 4 scouts, 3 on the way. He's not going to find any way in, though. Wiggle has done a great job with walling up. That scout is... How's he juking? Look at this guy. He's dodging. He's ducking and dodging. Oh. And he gets away for now. I think that's really keeping Wiggle's mind busy, though. He's really has to think hard about tracking that guy. Could be doing other things. Squeaky using that as an opportunity to, I don't know, take some of his opponent's APM multitasking away. But, sorry, I think I just bumped that really loudly. Now Squeaky G with the full scout rush. Not going to be able to find any value with those. There's no hole. He's going to have to batter through one of these palisade walls and hope his opponent doesn't wall behind it. The gate, particularly vulnerable potential spot. What do the bars mean? Why does Squeaky have more? Okay, we'll go over the bars right now. So in Capture Age, I think this happens. This is like a lot of RTS, like spectator modes. I don't know. But in Capture Age here, got a little hammer with the number by it. That's the worker count, eco worker count. So WiggleTheWise has 40 workers, Squeaky G with 41, and this like shows the balance between the two. So they're even right now, so it's right in the middle. The little swords here, that's military. So 7 for Squeaky G with these scouts, which you can also see the units represented on the side here. And 2 for WiggleTheWise. It's going to be 1 spearman and the starting scout cav. And the little tiny bar above that is gold value percentage. Or like a resource. I think it might just be a resource value of the units. So scouts cost more food, probably. They probably cost more than the spearman does by absolute numbers. So the resource value of Squeaky G's army is a little bit higher, which is why it's not lined up exactly with the army count, with the raw army count. So just a nice little way to be able to visualize the state of the game. Especially like the worker count is one that we can look at a lot as like a shorthand of how players are doing for the next few minutes. But it's even so far. Down on the bottom right, we have a lot more stats. It can be kind of a lot to deal with at times. KD, kill death, eco KD, economy, kill death. So it looks like WiggleTheWise lost 1 eco unit, while Squeaky G hasn't killed any up until I literally just said that. Where are those scouts at? He's finding the forward proxy villas. What? We're looking at the UI and he's over here killing proxy villagers. Well, anyways, Wiggle probably lost a villager to the boar, which is why these numbers don't add up. Res collected. Value percent gold is like a bit of a weird one. Value is army value. Percent G is probably the gray, which is the percent of that army that is gold. Wiggle with a forward tower, barracks, stable, and extra secondary stable. Looks like he's going to get enough villagers out there to at least build some of these buildings. Silly Seth, hype, absolutely. Boxing villager mod coming in clutch. These vills might all get cleaned up. There's still 1 on the side. Does Squeaky see that? He does not. He's more focused on the tower, and rightfully so. You do not want that tower going up. But spearmen are on the way now for WiggleTheWise, who still has 1 villager forward. Incredible find from Squeaky, honestly, to be right in that position at the right time. And Squeeky gonna be trying to knock down one of those houses as Wiggle sends more villagers out forward. Rel G/Rel on the bottom right again. We're going back to that. Sorry, I'm gonna go through it all. That's relic gold in the white and slash relic so that's number of relics collected in the gray. I think that one's actually super useful. If people collect relics, you can really just see quickly how much gold they've generated through that. And not enough spears. Squeeky also with a spear of his own there. Not enough spears for Orange to clear that. Might see Orange having to abandon this area. This is an incredible play to try and go for that proxy, but an even more incredible play for Squeekyg to find the villagers that were going out there immediately. How did he do that? We'll never know. He's just roaming around. I guess that's the value of having units on the field, right? And actually using them to get vision. Idle TC, obvious idle TC time, amount of time your town center is not working on something. Usually that indicates working on producing villagers. Look at this fight. Scrappy feudal age fight. Looks like Squeaky's still gonna come out ahead. Maybe not now. Spearman production is still here for WiggleTheWise, and we actually have a Castle Age militia coming out for green, who is 13 seconds away from Castle Age and has just clicked the Man-at-Arms upgrade. Wiggle with Bloodlines as well, 30 seconds away. This is all in on feudal for one player. Castle for Squeekyg though, and he's content to more, I know we've seen this before, today even, with Squeekyg games. Content a little bit more to sit back, defend a little bit, and eco, and boom up behind it. I think that's a really solid thing Squeeky has found he's able to do. Maybe the raiding control versus main army defense balance is what he needs to work on from what we've seen, but I love watching these players grow and learn as we force them to play in this tournament. We're WELM. We're on the last one, chat. Don't worry. Bottom right, farthest bottom right. WELM, worker efficiency last minute. 64. Don't look at the gray number. That's overcomplicated. But the white number there, you can compare the two and see that Squeekyg pulling ahead now. Maybe he's had a lot more walking villagers recently. It's really fluctuating for both. But that's basically like how efficiently your economy is working. If you're garrisoning with the town bell a lot, you're going to see that number drop down. Squeekyg with a proxy town center, by the way. Okay, we're not looking at any more numbers, any more UI elements. We're looking at the game because there's clearly a lot going on that we're missing right now. WiggleTheWise is just streaming a ton of units over to that north side. He's committing hard to that, building a new tower foundation in that area, and he has so many units back here. This palisade gate is going to go down quick. Squeeky doesn't have much of an answer to this. He might decide to build some houses. He could drop 2, maybe 3 houses back here to delay even further. But the shoreline is still going to be open, actually. So it's going to be real tricky for him. I'm going to try the stone wall. He might get it up in time. He's going to need to do some clutch taps with the hammer. Does get it, but the shoreline is still open. Spearman able to walk through there. Oh, almost with the house wall, but it's so close. And that shore is going to be awkward there. So, Wiggle with units in the enemy's eco. Spearman, Man-at-Arms. Could do some lasting damage here. Squeekyg has 2 town centers, 3 town centers though, in Castle Age. WiggleTheWise, the full feudal age commit. That's why he's able to bring so many units to bear. While Squeeky has 1 military unit. Good grief. He's going full economy. Now we just need to see if Squeekyg can weather this storm and come out of the other side with more technology, more resources, more villagers. There's no siege here for WiggleTheWise, and this tower creep is protecting his proxy, but not really denying any resources. Besides maybe 1 farm. So we'll see. This town center is full, and there's not enough space for all the bills. That said, Only scale mail armor in for WiggleTheWise and Bodkin arrow for Squeekyg. So the town centers are gonna sting if you get under them. I don't think this army is really gonna do too much damage. Fortunate for Squeekyg, he got that second TC up in a critical location. Squeaky pushed off of gold. Does have the proxy gold in the corner. The classic proxy. WiggleTheWise clicks Castle Age. There's a lot to think about if you're Squeekyg right now, and he's gonna drop the castle in the back on the gold. I actually love this. Not where you would generally expect, where you'd want to place the castle, but it will protect. Kind of fits with the MO currently that Squeaky has had, and he's also made a ton of crossbows. Also not what you expect to see really as the Lithuanians. But it's definitely doing the job. Castle will go up, I think, here. Wiggle, not enough units to really deny it. Maybe he'll kill a couple more vills. Eco KD right now, 10 for Squeekyg, but he got through with those scouts earlier. Did we miss that? Chat, I think we missed a raid. We missed a scout raid, chat, but it is what it is. There's so much going on in this game. How can you not? Castle goes up for green. Crossbows, castle... be enough to secure this for now. He's repairing this house as well. And it's full defense for Squeekyg. Would love a mining camp down here on the south. Hard to look at all those places on screen at once though. And would love a monastery to collect the relics as the Lithuanians. That would be huge. But for now, going full crossbow. Great unit choice versus man-at-arms spearmen. Squeaky should be able to hold just fine. WiggleTheWise reaches Castle Age. Villager count is 3958. Squeaky producing out of multiple TCs off and on. Let's see if Wiggle drops another town center. He has plenty of resources for 3 more town centers if he wanted to. 100 stone each. 375 wood, I think. Oh my, I should know that. And this castle drop for WiggleTheWise, definitely going to be denied. Situation where I would love to see ballistics from our green player, but the units themselves are going to do a good job. So just going to kite back into the castle, take out all those military, all those man-at-arms. And just going to camp that castle foundation for the time being. Squeaky also going for padded archer army. I think he's committing to the archers right now, which actually is... I love that, actually. They get full blacksmith upgrades. Might be missing some key upgrades. You don't usually see Lithuanians going archers. Crossbows or arbalest. But for now, they work. Castle Age, crossbows are looking good. Clean up those villagers. The tower and also clutch walls from orange are going to keep Squeakyg away from most of that proxy. And WiggleTheWise deleted that castle foundation. Let's see where he decides to place that instead. Looking for that second TC from orange, maybe a third. He has seen, let me check. He's seen 2 town centers from green, so he should know he's going to fall behind in economy if it goes on for too long like this. Score is the difference there, fairly significant. A little over 1,500 or so. Siege Workshop for Squeakyg. What do you think we're going to see out of this building, chat? Could it be Scorpions? Could it be Mangano? Could it be Siege Towers, chat? No. I forgot who we're watching. We got some battering rams on the way. It's going to be able to clear up a lot of these buildings. The castle will prove a problem point though for the rams. Going to need at least like 5 rams with military support to keep them alive. And there are 2 more TCs for WiggleTheWise. Love to see it. So let's see if he's able to keep those queued with fills. Looks like the farming eco is struggling a little bit for Wiggle. But he is still producing villagers consistently out of that 1 town center. Idle TC time, 10 minutes there. Not too bad at this league. Got a skirmisher for WiggleTheWise there, just finding its way. I think we got the gather point for the range set somewhere unfortunate. Is there a university for either player? Not for Squeekyg, unless it's, oh my goodness, oh my, okay, we'll get back to that. No, neither player looks like they have a university. One I forget about fairly often as well, but as an archer civ, you definitely want to be getting that, if just for ballistics. We're gonna have some rams from Squeekyg. He's up to 8 rams now. Total. 3 more in the queue. I'm worried on the south side. I'm worried we'll have no army support for the Rams, and they will just kill 1 TC and then die. We've seen it before, but Squeaky always learning, always growing. As the Rams come in, take out the tower on the left side, on the north. Might be enough skirms. Actually, I don't think there are. I think those skirms die to the archers, to the crossbows. No padded archer armor. No elite skirm. Am I wrong? They are elite skirm at least. But no blacksmith upgrades means those skirmishers are going to struggle. The castle will be the falling back point there for Orange, though, as more rams are underway. 8 now in the south. Please make units to support this. There's a lot going on. We're fighting on 2 fronts. Squeaky pushing back these buildings and taking some castle fire on the left. We have Boyars out for our Slav player. Unique unit. Chat, if you want to know, look it up. Let me know. I'll read it out so everybody can hear it. What's the Boyars for? What's their like specialty, right? Cavalry resistance -3. Alright. Melee 12 + 1. I know there's a unique tech called Boyar's Fortitude, but I do not remember what it does. Squeakyg going to switch into light cavalry on the north. Probably because of the presence of so many skirmishers, but there's not a lot here that they'll do well against besides that. So light cav might prove to be a misstep there, as we do have green collecting the relics now, which will affect the knights and the latest attack. And there's the castle drop for Squeakyg. He's going to drop that castle with ram support. You don't see that every day. Ram support in military support of that castle being dropped down. Orange winning the fight on the north convincingly, though. Latest production not really there for our green player. He has 700 stone still, so could drop another castle at home. Could be worth doing. And also, no, you don't get any of the technologies out of the castle really until Imperial Age. But there's no spears here for Orange, so if the latest mass is high enough, that will work. Just needs to delay. Maybe wall off that shoreline. I think he might have walled it off now. Not sure. Castle drop, though, coming in from Squeakyg. That means Orange will definitely be distracted now. That push might slow down. Lots of Boyars coming in now. And we got a no military ram only attack. I'm going to assume the plan here is to make Latus and support. But definitely these... Chat, he's going to make me do it, isn't he? I gotta get drinking water first. Chat, turn down your volume. Turn down your volume, chat. I'm giving you a warning. Hang on, we'll be back to that. Boyars are in, they're raiding, they're killing villagers in Green's base. Looks like the latest will manage, and the couple crossbows castles will manage to clean that up. Actually, that's all the Boyars down to that, so Orange fight, not too bad. But we've got ourselves on the other side. We got a ram ranch. 1 TC down, 2 TCs going down. Does he see the 3rd? Not yet. Castle, that's not gonna last. Chat, it's a ram ranch. Alright, anyways. Longswordsmen are just walking in, trying to find a good spot to do damage without being under the range of anything there. Ladies and gentlemen, we've locked targets. We have our target locked. Rams moving. Castle Going down. Wait, these castles have paused. By the way, if you didn't know, Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition chat filter does filter out Ram Ranch. It doesn't filter out a lot of curse words. Looks like it filters out ranch. WiggleTheWise is discovering that. As we have Latus mixed in with the 11 Rams. And he calls it there, the Ram Ranch is victorious. Squeeky took some damage at home. He managed to clean it up with the help of that extreme choke point, not doing Wiggle any favors to walk through that. Looks like there were some big fights that we missed back here. Cleaned up a lot of units. I might even go back. We had to, I don't regret it though, Chad. I don't regret it at all that we missed this fight, okay? Because we were looking at something much more important, alright? I want to see what died here. I'm curious. That's just from a long. Oh, those are the scouts. No, we don't even need to see them. The Ram Ranch takes another victim. Squires from Squeeky G. He's thinking about spearmen. And as can be expected, that castle doing a lot of damage. Too many TCs. Gaze upon our glory. The Ram Ranch. Once again. Not quite up to 18. Only got 11 there, maybe 12 in the end. Oh, they're 14 on the field. Okay, not bad. And also Squeeky ending up with 2 relics. Sorry to the uninitiated there. I'm just shouting into the mic there. I want to apologize. You're here for a chill time. It's, what is it? It's 9:30 p.m. on a Friday night. But you got to do what you got to do. Squeeky made me do it. A good game. With the faster castle age there and not taking much damage, Squeeky G managing to eco his way to victory and also psychologically ram his way to victory there. I like the full commit from WiggleTheWise. Unfortunate, the choke points were a little too much to deal with. Couldn't really find the damage. Also, Squeeky already having the second TC down before the enemy made it in. Really saved him. But GG from both. That's the best of 1 over. Squeeky G wins that. For what it's worth. But go watch. So this happened before. This match was played before Squeeky G challenged Silly Seth in a promotion match, which we have already cast tonight. So go watch that on YouTube later. It will be uploaded at some point in the next week to find out the results of that. But we'll take a look at the stats. What do we got here? Army high of 48 for Wiggle. Most of that, I think, skirms, spears, some man-at-arms, long swordsman. Squeeky with a little more value in his army here. Do we have army value listed here? I don't think so. KD, though, 2.0 there for green. Resource gathered for Squeeky G. Relic gold, only got 2 relics in the end. Never really played too much on that bonus. But there it is. Good match. And a fun time there, too. Well played from Wiggle. I like the play. I love it when players go in with a objective, with a destination in mind, into the match, into the game. WiggleTheWise, he knew exactly what he was going to do from the word go, right? It's going to be a full commit. Well, maybe not, but he decided quickly, at least. Full commit to that proxy base, army, feudal age, fight, kill. Unfortunately for him, not quite able to make it happen.